All right, we ready? Sorry.
Recording
Oh,
it.
hell.
Okay,
Already?
here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting busy
Now
tonight.
remember,
Weird.
we have after Shiloh or Eva's stuff is done, we have viewer mail.
Oh, hell. Okay.
That's exciting.
All right, let me
I'm
start.
worried.
None are from law firms, right?
No, no, no.
Okay, we're good then.
Tina's gonna pop on. You've been served.
Oh.
Dum. All right, let's. Here we go.
Oh,
Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
I thought I smelled gin and regret.
Sally Ann,
We'll sell t-shirts saying I slapped Weezer Boudreaux.
and Andy.
Well, now my drink's talking and it's saying, drink me. I make life more fun.
Featuring Shiloh,
He's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it.
Eva,
I'm a half a mind to storm out of here right this minute. But my other half wants to stay and finish my refreshing lemon draw.
and Richard.
I'm saying this is the South, and we're proud of our crazy people.
Oh my God, we're back. Oh my
we are
God.
back. I missed
Woohoo.
y'all, even though I saw y'all a bunch during break. I missed y'all.
Even though
We're
I saw-
back.
I saw you
after a
12
week.
hours ago.
I know, I just saw you, but
But we're back on the air after
Yes.
a week off. Yes. To
Yes.
refresh. Yes.
Yeah. How is everybody?
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. I told Andy, Shannon, I'm standing tonight. I'm at my standing desk.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Are you getting your steps in while you do your podcast?
Well, I
That's
could. I
awesome.
could just like, boom, boom,
Got your
boom.
Fitbit
No.
on, counting your
Yeah,
steps.
I'm getting those
Yeah.
steps in. No, I've already got all my steps today, I think. I don't know. Oh, because I worked out this morning and I went to yoga tonight. So
Wow. Look at
All right, for
you.
Good job.
yeah, well, I told Andy I kind of needed to go to yoga because I kind of hurt my back yesterday lifting my bed up.
Wait.
Oh, you
Why
weren't
were
there.
lifting your bed
Wait,
up?
you weren't there for that story. Oh,
No.
so quickly, I bought a new rug. I bought a new rug for this room, but when I got
Okay.
it, I ordered it. It did not work in this room. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, I think it'll work in my bedroom.
Okay.
It's a 6x9 rug, and it had to go up the stairs. And then I was like, it'll be perfect under my bed. But I don't like asking people for help. So I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to get this, partially under the bed. And I did. I had to lift the end of the bed. I lifted it and propped it on an ottoman.
Wait,
This
what?
was not OSHA compliant, trust me, and crawled under the bed and dragged the rug, the 6x9 rug, across carpet, no doubt. And then, so it was fine, except there's the one support right in the middle of the bed that
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
But you can't use the ottoman because then it's going to be on top of the rug. So it was, so I may have done permanent damage to my back, but the rug looks fabulous.
Well, that's good. But this is one of those stories like cat lady dies underneath her bed
Yep.
trying to put rug in. I
Yep.
mean, that I'm like, oh,
It's
Sally,
true.
okay.
And my cat thought it was a game. It was under the bed, like rolling
A big
around
help.
in the
Yeah.
rug. And I was
Mm.
like, get out from under here. And I would go to grab him to get him out. And then he would
Oh,
run from me. He
no.
thought it was a game. So
No.
yes, I was like, they're going to find my body. It's going to be crushed by the bed.
All for a
And
damn
the
rug.
cat will, yeah, an inexpensive rug at that. And the cat will have eaten my nose off at that point because
Right.
you'll be
Now,
hungry.
how long did this like whole thing take with the rug?
You
Was
know
this
what?
like
It really didn't take as long as I thought it would. Once I
okay?
figured out my plan, I had to think about it a little bit. I went to the gym yesterday morning, and when I came home, I thought about it for a while because the rug was just in the way. You can't fold it up small and get it out of the way. And I was
Yeah.
like, do I call somebody to come help me or do I figure this out on my own?
Yeah.
So I put on Sirius XM on Carrie's Country on Sunday mornings. It's Save Your Sunday. So I put on
Yeah,
some praise
right.
music.
Little
and,
Christian music from Carrie on
I
the
got
rug,
put on
yeah.
some praise music and
Yeah.
got busy and got it done.
And Jesus helped you move that rug under that bed.
Possibly. I mean, it's
Jesus
possible,
take the
so.
wheel and Jesus take the rug.
Take the
Yes.
wheel and the rug. Yes.
So,
Anyway,
so Jesus hurt your back?
No,
no, my
never blame
stupidity,
Jesus.
my stubbornness and stupidity hurt my back. Jesus was like, you got all kinds of people you could have called to help
I know
you
you
do
have like
this.
1,000 people you can call
I
to come
know.
help you.
Mm,
No, you're not doing that.
yeah.
That's too funny.
Well, I'm glad you're not injured. At least you could work out and do yoga today. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went yoga, did some stretching and stuff.
yeah.
So
Is
I
it
think I'm
hot?
gonna be
Is it
okay.
hot yoga or just regular?
No, it's just regular yoga. And it's actually just it's more of a deep stretching class. It's not like
Yeah.
a flow class. It's
Yeah.
this guy up in Plano. I love his class. He plays loud 80s music. So it's not all,
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of fun. And you do a lot of, you focus on it's a beginner class, but everybody that goes has been there for a while because they really like it.
Love
because
him. Yeah.
You focus on, and you just focus on a few different poses and really, so it's like a deep stretching class.
I've never understood hot yoga because I don't want to be like sweaty, gross around other sweaty, gross people doing
that's-
stretches.
It's sweaty and
That's-
gross.
yeah, that's what
And
it
then,
is.
and then also like if you're doing a pose like down dog or something and you're all sweaty, your hands
Yeah.
are sweaty, you're sliding a little
Yeah.
bit because you're
Mm.
sweaty. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan. I mean, it's warm in there, but it's not hot
Hot.
yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't like
wanna
hot. I've done the
I don't
hot
wanna-
yoga. It's disgusting because
I-
you get so hot you can't breathe at points. You're
Yeah.
like it's hot
I
and
pass
humid.
out.
Yeah.
And you sweat in those uncomfortable places. Although
Mm.
Andy though uses his what is it? What are you
All
using?
over
Mando.
Mando.
Mhm.
And so all your naughty bits would be fine, even if you
It's
sweated.
all the
in
hot
those naughty
spots would be
bits.
nice
Hell
and
yeah.
fresh. So
All y'all stinky
guess-
people over here.
So did y'all watch Eclipse today?
Yes.
I did. Did you?
I
It
did.
got a little bit cloudy right around eclipse time. Like it was
It was like
awful
hit
cloudy
and
this
miss,
morning,
yeah.
Mhm.
and then it cleared off, and then it
Yeah.
kind of got back and forth. But yeah, I went outside. I had a great view from my street, and I met some neighbors. We were all out there
Good.
watching. So yeah, it was.
Have you
fun.
never
How about
met
y'all?
those? Have you never met those neighbors before? They're like, oh
No, there's some people that live just a few down that I'd never met. They haven't lived here that long. But then I
Isn't
saw
it-
my next door neighbor. I never.
Isn't it weird? You
yeah.
live in a building, like we live in a building, and the only time we meet neighbors is randomly in the elevator, or if
Mhm.
there's a fire alarm outside where you're all trapped outside. You're like, oh my God, you live in this building? Hi.
And I think with me, if you think about it, like I park in the garage, so I come down the alley and park in the garage, so it comes in the back. If I had a dog or something, I would probably
Right.
meet more because I'd be out front. But
Mhm.
I never. The only time I go out the front door is to go check my mail. And
Yeah.
I usually try to avoid seeing people. So
That's a whole point, isn't it? Avoid your neighbors. Yeah.
exactly. So
No, I see
yeah,
I see my concierge and that's it.
Yeah.
yeah. Shannon, did y'all do anything at your office for the eclipse? Did you go to
They
the
had,
office today?
yeah, I did. They had an event on our parking garage and they handed out glasses and did a big thing on the third floor of the parking garage. It was fun. It was nice. Yeah. Yeah.
And did
It
you hear
was-
from Timmy? Did he get to see it at 35,000 feet?
Well, I don't know. He had a layover in New York about the time. See, I don't know. It's an hour ahead, so I don't know. So I
Okay.
haven't talked to him, but our office is right next to a junior high school, and so they were all out on their football field, which comes up against our building, and they were cheering and yelling, and I'm like, can you imagine being the teacher? Like, keep those glasses on.
Oh my God. You're in charge of permanent eye damage, right?
Seriously, like,
That's a lot of pressure.
I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, those kids. That's what they.
But back like
Mhm.
when we were in school, they
Mhm.
probably would have just been like, they would have told, a bunch of 11-year-olds, go outside, but don't look at the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
they wouldn't have
Yeah.
provided glasses. They would
Oh,
have just been
no.
like, don't look at the
No.
sun.
No.
So,
No. Yeah. So I hope all those kids that are, well, some of the schools they canceled classes
They canceled.
I
today.
know.
Yep.
I know.
Like, oh,
Sure did.
Well, my next door neighbor is, I saw him today. He's a cop and he works nights, which is why I never see him, but he was outside. We were discussing, and he said some of the areas had a lot of extra patrol today because of the influx of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he was talking about Rockwall, I guess the lake out there. Is it Lake Rockwall? Is that what's out
That's-
there? He was like the number of people that were supposed to be out there, I guess, on the lake watching
Oh,
it
wow.
was
That's what they
insane.
said
Yeah.
on the
Wow.
news this morning. All the B&Bs in Dallas and hotels were just completely
Yeah.
sold out because they were anticipating nearly 500,000 people.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh.
Just for the
people
weekend.
people
Yeah.
coming in from out of the country.
Yeah.
Out of the country.
You're coming
Mhm.
from the
I don't know.
Netherlands just to watch
I-
this. You can't watch it on the internet. I'm like, okay.
I don't know if I'm that committed to seeing an eclipse in person.
There's going to be one in Iceland in 20 years.
Oh, are we going to Iceland? Can we
Yeah.
broadcast from
Maybe.
Iceland?
And
Will
I'm
you be
just
able
saying,
to-
Well-
if you're in the Netherlands, just go to a coffee shop and
I know. Yeah.
pretend like
Check
you're
it
seeing
out.
the eclipse.
I
Well,
plan on-
and then wait, and that far north, don't they have night all day? I mean, they do
No.
this
It's-
whole.
Look, I plan on being dead in 20 years. Okay.
Oh, if I have my way, you will be. Oh wait, sorry. That
But-
wasn't you. That was Timmy.
My life expectancy is already 10 years less than everybody else's
Why?
because I have MS.
Oh, that was like a softball to you to set up for the whole.
Yeah, we were setting you
Yeah.
up. He's like, yeah, don't you know?
Yeah.
Viewers
Oh.
and listeners, if you're just tuning in, and for those of
There
you
it
who
is.
don't
There
know,
it is.
I have multiple sclerosis, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later because I
Oh.
need some money.
Well, there
not,
you go.
Not for me, for the walk on Saturday.
Yes, we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
We'll
it
be
was
there.
exciting though. It was weird to see it go
Yeah.
dark. Like we were on our parking garage and the lights on the parking garage all came on. I
Yes.
was like, what? It's so
Just-
weird.
I wish
I'll-
the dark had lasted just a little bit longer. 'Cause I
Yeah,
thought it was
me
really
too.
cool, and then it was
Yeah.
gone. So,
But it looked
but
like
it's
it was
supposed to
gonna
storm. I think
storm.
it's supposed to storm tonight, so
Mhm.
we'll get some dark. Yeah, tomorrow. Maybe. I'm looking at the weather now.
And hail damage. Okay, that's
Yeah, and the hail damage. Yeah, it's gonna rain all day tomorrow. So
Oh, is it?
yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, there's
Okay.
a 50% chance all day tomorrow. So
Ah,
so what's everybody drinking tonight?
I am having
If it's a fruity drink, I'm gonna come through this and slap you.
is Tito's soda cranberry.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Back to the old.
My staple,
Your
yes.
staple, yeah.
Yes.
What about you, Sally Ann?
I'm just having my what is that stuff? The ruby red grapefruit. Whatever it is I like. The ruby
Yeah.
red grapefruit vodka and diet ginger ale.
What are y'all
Tell
drinking
me.
out of tonight? Anything special?
No, I've just got a one of these swig.
Mississippi State? Is it a Mississippi
It's not
State?
Mississippi State, but it is Mississippi
It's the
State colors.
colors,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's maroon. Yeah. So
Andy, what are you
what's
drinking?
Andy
out?
drinking?
You got this.
You got it.
You got this mug. I've got-
Okay.
I've
What
got
is
this-
Is
Shannon, you having
Is
tuna?
that is that your rah every day? Like
You got this.
Candy.
Yes.
I am drinking the cult drink. Yes, Tino soda. But
I
in hon-
recognize that.
in honor of you, Sally Ann, I am drinking out of the AT&T Performing Arts Center.
Because we all left ours there last night,
Right.
right?
We were laughing because we were like, "Should we take these?" We're like, no, we have a whole cabinet full of these.
I was like, the last thing I need is another plastic cup of sorts.
Mhm.
And we'll
So,
get to that show in a minute, but I did it in honor of you all today because yes,
I like
have,
it.
I have saved one in the past, and here it is.
I like it. Let me go back to when you're asking Andy the whole "you got this," if that's like
Yeah.
his thing now. I
Yeah,
will say, and Andy, you can probably agree with me, when you are diagnosed with something,
Mhm.
you get a lot of "you got
you got
this,"
this. Yeah,
don't
Yeah.
you? You get a lot of it, and
whole lot
it's
of it.
fine. It's fine. I mean, but you get a lot of it.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
that's so funny that you said that because somebody I know was just diagnosed with breast cancer, and I sent that, and now I feel bad. I'm like,
No,
oh,
I mean, it's just, it's, I think a very common
Yeah.
thing that people
Yeah.
say. And I actually, a friend of mine gave me, I think, a piece of jewelry that has it like in Morse code or something, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, and I got, I think, a t-shirt and cards and stuff, but it is, I mean, but it's fine, but at the same time, you just kind of want to go, but I don't want to be the one who got this.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like,
right. That's so true.
Why do you got this?
yeah, right.
Right.
But your friend that was diagnosed with breast cancer, if they need somebody to talk to or anything, send them my way.
Will do. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's awesome. So,
Okay.
all right. How was the weekend? I mean, we haven't talked about the weekend yet. So, where do we start?
Well,
Oh,
let's
wow.
see.
I really can't remember what I did Friday night. I think I
Y'all
stayed-
had a big
I think I
weekend
stayed
with like a
in.
gala, right?
Yeah.
We had the Resource Center fundraiser gala thing. It was fun. The theme was on the red carpet, so we were all decked out as sequins.
We had a lot of sequins. There was a
Mhm.
lot
I
of,
haven't
lot
seen,
of-
the only picture I saw was one that PH posted,
Yeah.
and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like in shorts, sequin shorts, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen, I expected more photos.
I'll post some. Yeah. Or
Okay, yeah.
it
I'd
was
like
good.
to see them.
It was fun. It was at where was it, Andy? At the
Empire Room.
Empire Room. Yeah. And they had a big red carpet and there were lots of people decked out. It was fun.
Mhm.
We had a good time. Yeah.
That's
It was
fun.
good.
Yeah, good. And it's for a good
But-
cause, right? So,
but-
Yes, it was for
yeah.
the Dallas Resource Center.
The the best part was after we left, we went out, and it was like 10:30, 11. I'm like, I remember when I was considerably younger, like just getting out. Like, okay, it's time to go out.
Yeah.
Even Shannon said, "Oh my God, Shannon."
It was a little exhausting, right?
Yeah.
Because we're used to, okay, we'll do afternoons and be home by 10. Now
Yeah.
we're at 10:30 or 11 on a Saturday night, and we're like, what has happened?
I've laughed. I've seen a thing with like Jamie Lee Curtis talking about like she's advocating for matinee concerts, like matinee rock concerts. She was like, we want to go to these shows. We just don't want a show that starts at 10 p.m.,
Amen. Amen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but I remember when I first moved here, so I was in my mid to late 20s, and we would go out on either Friday or Saturday night. Kenny lived next door to me. Our friend Danny lived in the same, there were two other people that lived in the same complex as us. We would meet at usually Kenny's house and pregame, right? And then about 9:30, we would call a taxi because we had this taxi driver that this was days before Uber that had a van. And he would come pick us up like at 9:30.
Wait, was it
and
a
take
white van? Was it a white van with no windows?
It was a white van, but and he would take us down to Deep Ellum, at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. And then you'd be go. Yeah.
Oh,
Now? No.
I
no.
would die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little much. We were a little overwhelmed. Although Andy went home and I think I stayed out a little bit longer with Eva. That's shocking. But the party on Saturday night was really, so they do
It was.
they do a live auction, then they do a silent auction. And so if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you know who Alyssa Edwards is, right? So she was one of the queens on there. She's famous in Dallas just because she's, one of the, and so Tim, sorry, oh, I said his name. Knew Alyssa a long time before Alyssa was famous, right? Like 30
Really?
years ago. Yeah, they used to run in the same circles, and so
So
he was
Alyssa's from Dallas?
yes,
Okay.
and yeah, and so before got famous, did drag, had a dance studio, still has a dance studio, I think. But anyway, so this is me. He's like, well, I'm gonna go say hi to her. I'm like, don't be disappointed if she doesn't recognize you. It's been a long time. So
You're like setting expectations.
yeah, I'm like it's okay. I mean, it's 30 years later. You're a little older. We're all a little older. So we get up to the line, and she was like, "Oh my God, Tim!" Like, hugged him. Like, I haven't seen you forever, and I'm like, "What? what? And she
You're
was
like,
"Oh
I'm
my
with him.
God."
You're like, I'm with him.
Yeah,
Right?
she's like, "Oh my God, I love this guy. He's the nicest guy ever." Blah 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 blah.
Well, he
And I'm
is the
like,
nicest guy ever. Yeah.
"Well, he is much
Yeah.
nicer than me." But I was like, holy crap!" So we got pictures with her. She was fabulous, amazing,
That's
whatever.
awesome.
But afterwards, I was like, "Well, Tim, you go." He's like, "I told you I knew her," but I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, we've been together 20 years. We've never like met Alyssa Edwards."
You're thinking she's just like an acquaintance, right? And all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's like,
Or after that long
Yeah.
time, she'd be like,
Yeah.
"I don't know you," right? And it was so crazy. So I said, "Okay, that's all right. You're
go
you know,
Timmy.
you go, Timmy." Who would have thought? So yeah, but it was fun. There was they did a live auction, like I said, and a silent auction, and so we have a tendency when we go to these silent auction things where we sign up for everything. And in the past, he is one of those that like nobody's bidding on this, so I'm going to bid on everything, and we end up with a lot of crap we don't want. And so I said, "Don't feel bad if no one has bid on these things. We don't need more crap that you want to take
We
on
don't
just
have to
'cause-"
take up the
Right.
slack for everybody
They
else.
will take that back and they will do something else with it. You do not need to buy it. So luckily, we only bought two things. So one of them was a dinner for six at Ceylon, which is a restaurant here, and Shakespeare in the Park. So was pretty
Okay.
good. That sounded kind of good. And then he bought me an hour tennis lesson. So I'm like, okay, I could use that. So that's kind of fun, right?
Okay.
And that's all we went home with. I'm like, I'm so proud of us for not
Okay,
buying
that's good. Yeah.
But it was a fun night. But let's talk about Sunday. Should we talk about Sunday?
Let's talk about Sunday. Let's talk about an evening with Kristen Chenoweth. Is that what it's called? An evening with Kristen Chenoweth?
Yeah. Who's she?
I loved how she introduced herself to the straight men. She's
I
like, "And
love
for all you
that.
straight men in here, my name is Kristen Chenoweth." So
So Sally, what did you think?
she's amazing. She's amazing. I've always been a fan of hers. I love her. I saw an interview with her years ago, and it still cracks me up. She was talking about she was in a Miss Oklahoma pageant,
Mhm.
and she finished like second runner up or first runner up, I guess, because
Wait, with her voice, how did she not win?
because she was too short. And then whoever it was that was interviewing her, she was like, we'll just say it was 1990, right? She's like, "I don't know. Does anybody know who Miss Oklahoma 1990 was now?" You know, basically like,
I'm more
and I love
famous.
that.
Yeah.
I love that little snark there. So
Yeah.
she's so talented, so talented.
Yeah.
And when she was singing that opera song, you know, I had no idea what she was, I had nary a word she said, but it brought tears to my eyes. Like she's so good. Yeah.
She's good.
What y'all
Yeah.
think?
I love
that
that.
that voice range. I mean, I had, like
Mhm.
you said, I had no idea. I mean, I know she was a good singer and everything, but I'm like, that opera song and some of the other, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, what
How
a
could-
talent.
How can such a big voice come from such a little
She's
teeny
this
person?
big.
She's like
this big.
6 inches tall.
I will tell you this. I thought this was funny when her little backup girls were coming out. She was like Miss Diana, and she said Miss Melinda. I looked at Andy. I go, "That's Melinda Doolittle." That was from years ago on American Idol. Yeah, I hadn't watched American Idol since probably the 5th or 6th season, and she was one of those. She was way
That's
back
who
on
that
American Idol.
was. So she wasn't
Yes.
kidding that from American Idol.
Yes, and I'm guessing the other one, her name's Diana. I'm guessing it may have been Diana DeGormo. That was the only Diana I could remember. But she was really young when she was on American Idol, but that was probably 15 years ago. So
Yeah, I
Wow.
didn't care so much for her.
Diana,
Yeah.
but Melinda's good, and
Yeah, she was real good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
I recognized her the minute she walked out there. I was like, "Oh my God, that's Melinda Doolittle." So
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
yeah. And
Yeah.
what about Kristen with her husband's like 15 years younger than her, or
Oh,
over
is he?
10 years younger than her.
Yeah, Cougar.
You go,
That's what I
girl.
was thinking. I was
You
like,
go, girl. Yeah.
yeah. Sally
She's
was like,
funny.
"You go, girl. I get that too."
Heck yeah.
And tall. He was very tall.
He was tall.
Yes.
Well,
Well, next to her.
Next to her, yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I loved her hair. I love she called it Texas hair because it was
It
huge.
was some big Dallas hair.
I mean, if Eve were on here, she would appreciate that extensions or wig, whatever
Yeah.
that was. Because I mean,
That
that was some
piece
big
was
ass-
up
oh,
there.
huge. Yeah.
You know what they say, the higher the
Yeah.
hair, the closer to God. So
And she's 55.
Mhm.
Yeah.
our age, my age, not your age, but my age. So I was like, "You go, girl." Yeah,
It was
amazing.
it was a good good evening.
Is there
Andy,
anything-
you're the biggest critic when it comes to people's voices. What did you think?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. She is
Okay.
right up there, just below Judy Kuhn.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
my God.
Drink. You mentioned her name.
There it is.
Wait, just below Judy Kuhn?
Mhm.
Like just a smidge or like
A smidge.
just
And
a
then-
smidge? Okay.
Then we have Audra and then Patty.
Oh, you're throwing
Yeah.
out all the big
After
diva
her.
names.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, Christian.
So
Kristen-
it's Judy,
Judy,
Kristen,
Patty.
Audra.
Judy, Kristen,
Okay.
Audra, Patty.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Patty
Two.
is
Number two. Okay.
Patty's
Sutton.
way down there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sutton
Yeah.
Foster.
Okay.
Sutton Foster. Shut up.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
I can't
God.
stand her. Turn your mic off. It's not your turn yet.
But I will say, speaking of theater types, I don't know how excited I am for the play this week.
Yeah.
Andy, what are we seeing? Because we can't remember the name ever.
Girl from
It's-
the North Country.
What does that mean? What it's
I
about?
don't know. It's
It's
based.
Bob Dylan
It's
music.
Bob Dylan music.
Oh, so I'm gonna want to slit my wrist during the whole thing. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
It
I'm just
opened-
not a Bob Dylan fan.
It opened right before the pandemic.
And
So,
closed
so it
right
didn't
away.
it didn't last long
Promptly
because
closed.
everything closed. So it didn't last very long at all.
So this might be one where we leave an intermission. Is that what we're thinking?
Yep.
It's possible.
Could very well be.
I'm just
I
not.
like-
I'm just not
I
fired
like-
up about
yeah,
it.
I'm like Sally Ann. I'm not the biggest Bob Dylan fan.
No, I'm not either. I've never happened.
I'm not going to say I'm not the biggest Bob Dylan fan. I'm not a Bob
No,
Dylan
I'm
fan.
not
Now, that
either.
doesn't
I'm not
mean-
any Bob Dylan fan.
That doesn't mean these people won't sing songs.
They
like
may make us
themselves.
love Bob
They-
Dylan
they might-
songs.
They won't sing like Bob Dylan, you know.
Yeah, they're not going to sound like him. So
Hmm. Well, we'll see.
So we'll see.
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not fired up about it.
This is
Okay.
one of those in our package that we're like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always a couple of two or three. We'll show
And
up.
I just thought about something. No, I'm not going to bring it up yet. Never mind.
Okay. We'll bring it up. All
Never
right.
mind.
But we love Kristen Chenoweth. We thought it was
Yes.
We
amazing.
love Kristen
It was
Chenoweth.
great.
She got all stars from all
Yeah.
of us. So
If you have
Yeah.
a chance to go see her, go see her.
It's
she's a
worth
lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah.
She's a lot of fun.
And what did we love? What did we love most, Sally Ann? No intermission.
It was a 90-minute show.
90-minute show. in and
90
out.
minutes. And it was at the Wind Spear.
Yes.
So,
Those seats are way more comfortable.
when her-
wow, it's
when her-
so much
When her
nicer.
new show opens next spring,
We're going, right? What
The
is
Queen
it?
of Versailles, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? The Queen of
All right.
Versailles? Yeah.
We're going. We're
I
taking a
want to
trip,
watch.
right?
It's based on the documentary that's on Netflix.
Wait. It's about like the modern woman that like
Yeah.
has all the money. I thought it was
This-
actually a historical
No,
one.
about the
I
sequel.
did too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, did you
Well-
watch the documentary?
I saw part of it. Yeah.
Is it
I
good?
did. Who's it about?
The
Some
sequels?
rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some random rich person?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Obscenely rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
crazy. Well, then we'll have to book tickets and go, Andy.
Hell yeah.
Sally Ann. We'll
I'll
do
have
it.
to go,
We'll-
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you
we'll
think
it.
do you
We'll
think our
broadcast.
sponsors will cover the
Oh.
cost?
We could call it the iFosh family vacation.
And maybe we could get press passes or something. I don't
Andy,
know.
work on that. If can our producer work on that, Andy?
Yeah.
Our producer.
We need
If
we
you
need
can
it to
find
be
it.
paid for. We need it to be paid for, and we need press passes. We need
first
like,
class
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Look, if they might get one first class ticket, and it's mine.
Oh, really?
Mm, okay.
I'm gonna get on the plane first.
Oh, so yes, that was fabulous. Lisa. Thank you for that idea. That was great. Thank you. So, what are we celebrating, SAP?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I totally forgot.
We're not celebrating anything.
We're not celebrating anything. We celebrated the
Podcasts.
eclipse today. The eclipse today.
The eclipse,
We're
that's all we do.
celebrating, and we're celebrating tax day next week. Somebody still
And we're all
hasn't done her
done.
taxes yet.
Wait,
and,
we talked about this 2 weeks ago.
I know, I still hadn't done them yet.
Podcast fail. Okay.
I'm so
That's all I'm
y'all,
saying.
it totally like I've thought about this podcast all day and totally forgot about things to celebrate. I'm sure there's some obscure
Well,
holiday this week.
You were busy with yoga and working out.
And a new job.
Eclipse,
and,
all those things.
the
I mean, it's fine.
eclipse.
Your new job is not new anymore.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's move to
Oh,
over.
and we also have the MS walk on Saturday. That's
Talk
something we're
about that.
Celebrating.
Yes. What are we doing?
Go
Talk
ahead,
about it.
Andy. Tell us about
What?
that.
What?
The MS walk Saturday.
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
Can we get a little
You
more
can-
information from you?
You
Sure.
can still donate.
We're, yes, we're walking for a cure for multiple sclerosis, which I have, by the way.
Will you still have it after the walk, or are we done
This
with it
year,
after the walk?
no, I'll still have it until
You
I
hadn't
die.
raised enough money yet? Okay.
Until I die in 12 to 17 years.
Oh, shit.
12 to 17 years.
Yes, the average life expectancy is around 80, and my life expectancy is 8 to 10 years younger than less than that.
So you're
Okay.
saying
So-
you're old, right? You're old already, is what you're
Mhm.
saying.
I got no, I'm prepping. I got about 11, 12 years left.
You're almost 60, right?
No, I'm approaching 50.
You're approaching
Okay.
59.
Okay.
I'm approaching 50.
You're quickly approaching 60 at 50.
I'm just approaching 50 from the wrong direction.
Okay.
So,
okay.
so how long are we going to walk and roll on Saturday?
Okay. So yeah,
us walk and you roll.
the MS walk is this Saturday. I'm excited because this is my first year ever going. Because the majority of them, I've been in the hospital for, and I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
have-
don't go in the hospital this week. 'Cause we
I know,
got-
right?
Do not. We'll
know.
kick your ass.
So this
Yeah.
year I'm actually going, and I have a lot of really great friends that are going with me, and which I'm
Pam
excited.
Brown signed up.
I saw that. I saw that. Thank you, Pam Brown. I can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Yay. Yes, we're
Um,
going to be there.
so there's a 1 mile course and a 3 mile course. I'm thinking maybe just the 1 mile course.
Oh, you think it's just the one? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get pushed around for 3 miles.
Hey, we pushed you through New York City at holiday time. We can push you on.
Yeah, but you didn't push me. But you didn't push me for 3 miles.
Yeah, but there'll be like 10 of us. We can.
Yeah, we could switch off.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, but
there's
there's
a boozy brunch after.
Do we know where yet?
No, but we need to figure it out and maybe make reservations. But there's
Okay.
I was promised a boozy brunch after. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
All
if
right.
I push you, I'll push you out of your chair. That's my whole.
That's
goal.
why I'm saying maybe we should just do the 1 mile course.
we'll figure. We've got from today's Monday. We've got till Saturday morning to figure it out.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So yeah,
All right.
if you go look at our Facebook page, iFosh on Facebook, there's a link that you can all go donate and support me. And
How much have you raised so far?
like 5,500.
Okay.
I haven't done a very good job of fundraising this year. I started late, and then I just haven't done a real big push like I do every year. So that's on me. But
You're
yeah.
not as pushy. You're not as
Uh-uh.
pushy this year.
But still,
Okay.
every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts, and
Yes.
we're raising awareness by talking about it. So
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
other people will hear this and donate, even if they don't donate before this weekend. For that,
can
as
still-
long as they,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can-
still donate anytime.
Yep.
Yes,
Just use the link on my page or the iFoss page.
there you go.
Wait,
Okay.
are you embezzling these funds, Andy? Are we sure this is all
Yes,
going to
they go
MS?
straight
Okay.
into my bank account.
It's
They go-
possible. Yeah.
They go straight into my trip to New York bank account.
For next summer for Christian gentlemen.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yes.
When we're donating where it's going to. I mean, if it's going to us to travel to New York, that's totally fine.
Yeah, this is going.
Yeah. If you're banking that for that, that's
yeah,
totally
it's
good.
going
So,
to cover all my expenses.
All right, kids. What are we obsessed with this week?
Ugh.
Besides the MS Wall.
Oh,
What are we obsessed with?
I am obsessed with all the hate there is for Jennifer Lopez. She is getting so much hate for her documentary.
It's awesome though, right?
No, I heard it was stupid.
No, I mean the
No.
hate for
Oh,
it is
oh,
awesome,
oh,
right?
that's
Yeah.
a documentary.
She's loving the hate, not the documentary.
She's
I love the hate for
she's
it. Yes.
canceling concerts, and
What?
she's been canceling concerts. She's had to book smaller venues.
People are
So,
like,
yep.
people are over her.
Have you
Mhm.
seen the documentary? Is it out?
Yeah, it's out, but I haven't seen it.
It's out, but I've seen clips of it on TikTok. It's awful.
She talks
What
about
is it? What is it on?
It's
it's on her.
Is it on Prime or Netflix?
Ugh. Okay,
I think it's on
why are
Amazon
people
Prime. I think
hating
it's
on it?
Amazon
Because
Prime.
Because
It's just so
it's full of lies, and
it's so self-indulgent, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a documentary about yourself, you know, she produced it. She's, you know, it's what is it, a greatest love story never told? It's all about her and Ben.
Oh, gross. Gross. Really?
yeah.
I think so,
And
yeah.
all these people on TikTok are come on, going, well, I waited on her. She's the biggest bitch in the world.
The stories of personal interactions
Yep.
with her
Are awful.
awful.
If you're that terrible a person, why would you create a documentary about your life?
Because she's not talented.
Because you're
She's not
so
talented.
jaded.
And she's
She's
not
so
talented.
jaded. Yeah, she's so jaded. She thinks
she-
it's all about her.
She
so.
can't act. She can't sing. Just go away. But I love it.
I do too.
You're loving it. All right, Sally Ann, what are you obsessed with?
Well, this is on TikTok. I'm obsessed with two things, and I'll make it quick. And it's because the algorithm, you know, something shows up on your TikTok, and then the first one is, I'll say, fighter pilot TikTok.
Whoa, what's that about? Is this
It's just that. It's just
Oh.
clips of and it's a lot of the same, but it's like different clips of fighter pilots and the ground crew, and it's all to that it's all the same song every time. It's
Kenny Loggins?
Zombie. It's Zombie by was that by the Cranberries, but it's like a rockin' version of Zombie, and it's like so
Let's step
fighter
back.
pilot. Yeah.
Let's step back. Are they flying planes? Are they shirtless playing volleyball like in Top Gun fighter pilots?
You get a little bit of all of it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. So yeah. So I said that.
Okay.
Thank you, algorithm. Thank you, TikTok algorithm. And the other thing that this has just been in the last several days. The fighter pilots have been like 2 weeks, but this has just been in the last several days. Are the HBCU fraternity and sorority like new member introductions. They do it right.
Describe.
Let me tell
What do you
you.
mean? How do they introduce them?
It's a whole production, and they come in like almost like marching in. They usually have their face like somehow covered, and there's like they're chanting something, and they go in and they do a dance, and it's a big production. And I'm all about the AKAs because they've all got on their pearls and they're, you know, sassy girls, but it's not like white fraternities and sororities.
Right.
Let me just say that.
We're lame.
And
We were lame.
I have enjoyed it because it showed up, and it's like Howard University, FAMU, NCA&T, like all these, you know, is it NCA&T? NCA&M, whichever one it is. I can't remember, sorry. All, you know, all the HBCUs, and it's fantastic, y'all. I'm just like,
wow. Yeah.
So those are the two things I'm obsessed with. Both
they put a lot of effort into it, and we did it.
We got a t-shirt.
Yeah. You show up, there you go.
You show up, you get a t-shirt, you run and hug and scream and hug some people, and that's it.
And then you get them drunk. That was it.
It's a whole production, and it's fantastic.
Okay, I have
but
to
like I
look these
said,
up.
the AKAs, Those girls do it right. They've
Now,
got
is
on
this
their
on
pink.
TikTok? Are you watching on
It's on
TikTok?
TikTok. They've got on their
Okay.
pink dresses, and usually, like when they're doing the part where they're coming in, they'll have on big glasses and like green scarves tied over, and they're
wow.
girls, and they're
Oh,
coming.
wow.
God,
Oh,
I just,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. So that's. What about you, Shan?
You should have been an AKA.
Maybe.
I don't know that you gotten in. Obsessed with. I have two things also. One on
Okay.
social media. Yeah. One is hair makeovers for men. Like when they get the guy in the chair and they like shave his head or they give him a really cool, like, I don't care what I'm on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I'm going to watch that to the end to see what that makeover looks like. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm not that
I love a
invested.
good
I don't-
before and after. I
Oh,
love a good before
But
and
it's all
after.
guys. Like the girls, I've seen them before. Like these guys are like, oh, I have all these dreads and I shave them off, or all this hair, or I look like I've got a mullet, and I'm like, I totally want to see what they look. And I don't know why. It's so weird.
I love
just
it.
and I
I love
watch
it.
it. It could be like 10 minutes. I still watch that. I don't care. I don't
Do
know.
they look like a different person, like a more
Yes!
respectable person
Yes,
after?
most of-
Yeah.
or
so,
just
yeah.
cuter, or like it's like, wow, this is amazing. The
Yeah.
other thing I don't know if I'm obsessed with or just intrigued with is the documentary Quiet on the Set. So this is the one about the
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
Oh, so disturbing. So like, and it goes through all. And we're a little older than Nickelodeon. Like I was not a Nickelodeon person because I'm too old for
Right.
that.
Right.
But you knew the shows, right? It's like Amanda Bynes and Jamie Lynn Spears and all these shows. You're like, what a toxic environment that these kids are in for Nickelodeon. And they hired all these child molesters. I mean, it's totally awful.
Is
So you're
it
like,
is it as disturbing as like the Michael Jackson, the Leaving Neverland, or whatever
Yeah.
his was?
it's
Did
very
y'all ever see
disturbing.
that?
Yeah,
That's I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
when
yeah,
you realize that
yeah,
level of
yeah. Just
pedophilia exists, right?
yeah.
So
And then
yeah.
what the weird thing is these kids had their parents on the set, and the parents didn't figure like it's just like the
Shame these
parents.
parents, I think, get starstruck and shame on them for not
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
their
I
child's
didn't want to
best
say
interest.
anything because I didn't want my child to get fired. And I'm like,
They
holy
get-
cow,
they get-
what is
they get
that?
Basically, they
starstruck.
wanted the check and they wanted their child to be a star.
They get starstruck and they
Right?
get money hungry.
Yes.
But if you haven't watched it, watch it.
Okay.
Regardless of you, I mean, Eva was Nickelodeon that age. Well, I don't know. She's an old what is she? Old in Gen X or whatever? I don't know.
Geriatric
Whatever,
millennial.
whatever.
I don't
That's what you
millennial,
are.
I don't know. What is
Yeah.
it?
I
But
watched Eureka's
watch it.
Castle.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. We watched Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, so
Yeah.
and Captain
So
Kangaroo.
Yeah.
So
That
watch
explains
it.
a lot.
It will make you angry, but it is very interesting.
Okay.
So,
It'll
all
be on
right.
my list.
So what are we over this week?
I
Candy.
am over when people say like. I like
Oh, I
what
say
here
that
and
all
like
the time.
and like just say the freaking
Guilty.
sentence. Just say the
I'm so
freaking
guilty of
sentence.
that.
I am too. I say that. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
I say
can't-
like and I say way too much.
Yeah, me too.
I don't mind
You know-
but when people say I went to like the grocery store and then
It's a
I
filler
was
word.
going here and-
It's
but why do people need that filler word?
I don't
There's
know, but I
no
say
use
it.
for it.
Yeah.
You know what I've seen or heard listening to this? I say so, like as a stop. So
Or I'll finish a sentence with so.
But I think it's
like and so.
I
Okay.
think it's people that are
Whoa.
younger than us.
Well, I think you're saying dumber than you. Is that what I thought?
No. Well, that too.
Well, see,
Wow. I feel attacked.
I think it was like our age that brought in the like, because
Yeah.
that's when the whole Valley Girl thing
Yeah.
started. And
But
I
it
think
just got
that
worse.
started with our generation,
And it
it's
just got
gotten
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Terrible.
I don't think people older than us ever said like. I think that was the whole
Yeah.
Valley Girl thing.
Well,
I miss.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
people are forgetting how to speak to each other, and carry
Well,
on.
this younger
conversa-
generation
They carry on a
doesn't.
conversation because they just
They
text.
just text. Yeah.
Does anybody know who sang the song Valley Girl?
Moon Unit Zappa.
Oh my God! Yes, of course.
Wow, SAP.
Yes, for the win. There you go.
Woo, woo.
So that's what I'd lower.
All right, we're gonna work on
Okay.
that. We're gonna work on that. I'm not gonna say that. Anymore.
Okay.
All right, Sally, what about you?
I'm over, and I will say, Andy and I will experience this week when we go to this play. I'm over. This is my PSA to people. If you are going somewhere and you want better parking, do not borrow a friend or loved one's handicap placard so you can get better parking.
No.
Because we go,
Wait, Eva just went off camera. Did she do
I
that?
there are never any handicap spots when we get
Yep.
to the show on Thursday nights. And there are a million handicap spots there at Fair Park. There are never any handicap spots left. And one of the last times we went, the guy was actually talking to us. He was like, I know people use other people's stuff. And then he saw Andy was in a wheelchair, and he actually moved an orange cone and let us park closer.
Oh, that's good.
But don't do it.
Don't
do it.
Don't be an
Just don't.
asshole.
Exactly.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just walk a few extra feet because you're
Yeah.
able to.
Right.
That's all I have to say. That's what I'm
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
And Eva
This-
went off
this-
air for that.
this show on
so-
this show on Thursday might be 90 minutes after all.
Well, and maybe nobody's going to this one. You might have plenty of parking this
we
time.
might have plenty of parking, but that's been a big pet peeve of mine, and I've noticed a lot more.
Yeah.
With him
Mhm.
is that we go and we show up, and it's not like we get there late. We get there in plenty of time, and there's never any handicap parking places.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about
I'm,
you, Shannon?
What I'm over. I'm over car stickers and car bumper stickers, especially if they're like the victim bumper stickers. Let me give you an example. So I'm
Please
driving
do.
in Dallas the other day. There's a brand new Mercedes, like gorgeous Mercedes, with a sticker that says, "Don't tread on me." Bitch, no one's treading on you. You're driving a brand new Mercedes.
You're a treader.
You're a
Who has
treader.
tread on you?
Don't
Right? You're
tread
driving
on
a brand
me.
new Mercedes.
I think you're doing pretty well in that treading. I think you're a victim.
That's yeah.
The other one I'm
That's
over
funny.
is come and take it.
What?
No one's coming to take anything. Take that
Nobody's
sticker
taking
off.
anything.
It's that one too. It's the coexist one. It's the stickers.
And that-
I'm like,
It's all of them. It's
all
all of
of
them.
it.
And you know
Mm.
what I see all
Nobody
the time
needs it.
now?
What?
You know what I see all the time now that's not one of those is student driver, please be patient.
everywhere,
Oh.
everywhere.
And they're on every car. I'm gonna put one on my car. I mean, like I passed a car on the tollway yesterday going down to your place, Andy, and this car had it on the back and on the side. They had these stickers all over, and I'm like, so you just can't drive. I mean, you need it on every side of the vehicle.
Right.
So they're everywhere now.
Those are the ones I want to get up behind and honk really loud.
Oh, I always,
because
yeah.
I'm like,
I'm just
are they
like,
a
stop
or
being a
not?
fucking idiot.
And the F-bomb has dropped.
Oh man, I said it.
Ding.
I've kept it clean this whole time. Oh,
Yeah, all those.
can we
stickers,
edit that?
all
Can
those
we
bumper
edit that out,
stickers.
Andy?
I don't know if I want to. I kind of enjoyed it.
The Southern Belle just dropped the F-bomb.
Oh.
Atta girl.
Yeah, but like your mom listens and stuff.
Look, I've
Oh,
said
you
it
could bleep
before.
that out. That'd
yeah,
be great.
he said it before. Yeah. So that's I'm over.
So you
Don't
got
put-
so Shannon,
don't
your
put
over
stickers
got
on your
me
car.
riled up. Yeah.
Now, no sticker. We're all agreed. No stickers. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
no
need to see
stickers.
that shit in the car. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
need
need
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's next?
Next, we have,
I think we have our
yeah,
our contributors
think-
here.
yeah, I think Shiloh's up. Come on, Shiloh, we got some basketball to talk about.
Don't
Yeah.
talk
Come
about
on, Coach
softball.
Daddy.
Oh, hey.
I've been here the whole time. So before we start, since Sally Ann didn't do her job and she's just dropping F-bombs, which is my job, it's National Zoo Lovers Day
Oh,
Right, Zoo lovers.
and also National Empanada Day, which is kind of weird that those two are on the same day. Like you could get some real, like some giraffe empanadas, maybe some rhinoceros empanadas.
Thank you, Michael Little. Giraffe. Wait, is that Michael and John? Giraffe and bananas.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Whatever. I mean, they're not listening to the podcast anyway, so we can talk about it. So I don't know what
Yeah,
they're.
so but they're not listening, but Michael wants to be on the podcast, but he hasn't listened.
Did you watch the games?
So we were actually playing softball during the middle of the. So
And losing
and well, well, we were on the softball field
for hours.
for until
Way
like
too
6
long.
p.m. It was insane. Yeah. So the interesting thing about that, so obviously Iowa lost to South Carolina, so Caitlin Clark does not get a championship ring, but she's going to go make a lot of money somewhere else, so that's fine. She'll be good. And she did become she was already the NCAA Division I regular season scoring leader. And then I don't think it's for the men. I think at least for the women, in her last game, she got enough points to be had the most points in the tournament.
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah, so
She
she got to go
deserves
for
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, South Carolina went undefeated, and despite this being the national, interesting to me, like so Iowa's game against LSU, they set the record for most people watching, like 12 million views, I think, viewers for the women's sport, and then we played. Who did they play in the next game? Shit,
UConn.
UConn, thank you, UConn. When they played UConn, they beat that. And so oddly enough, they did not have a primetime slot for them to play.
How do you
Sunday
not do
night,
that?
great, yeah.
How do you not do that?
Yeah, I thought that sucked.
Women's sports has come
yeah.
such a long way. So, and they shouldn't be dissed like that, you know,
Commentators
because
were
people
men
watch
for the
it. People
game,
are
yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
Are interested. Yeah.
I mean, they're watching Caitlin. Obviously, they're watching Caitlin. Like she's the big draw. I get it, but like our first game was at 3:30.
3:30.
And they were like at halftime of the game. So that it is a like
Yeah.
afternoon. We don't care
Stupid.
about this game. So and it was on ESPN too. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
So
I think
Charlotte,
And then
Charlotte,
And then the men play tonight at 8:15, like prime time. There's
Prime
nothing
time,
else to
absolutely,
watch
yes.
tonight.
and nobody cares about that.
No, nobody
I
gives a
know,
crap about
I
that
know.
game.
Hello, I do.
and we can
So you know.
oddly enough, and I guess it benefits Dallas. So the Rangers played last night. It was a Sunday night. For baseball during baseball season, ESPN has a Sunday night game of the week, so that kind of does take away that time slot, and that's why they weren't playing in the evening. But the Rangers and the Astros are actually playing last night, as opposed to having the women's team on there. Yeah.
So Charlotte, do you think with Caitlin gone and now Angel Reese gone, and like, do you think it'll have the same effect this year next year after this year?
I think it carries. So that's kind of the problem. Like the bigger women's sports draw was soccer. Women's national team. They were dominant. They still are. And I mean, I know it's every 4 years for the World Cup, but like you have players coming back and coming back and come back. So college is a little different because they're losing a lot of players. But
right.
I mean, that South Carolina team was undefeated. They were
Right.
35, 37-0.
But that was also a team that lost all of their starters last
Yeah.
year. That
Yeah.
These were all brand new starters. So
I
don't
think that
know.
carries
I think
over.
it's a
Like,
good draw.
yeah, I think it will. Like they won't. I mean, obviously, Caitlin Clark's not going to be there, but and I don't know that you could. I mean, she was a phenomenal player. Like I don't know that you can fill that, but it doesn't have to be her. It could be. I mean, her team lost, right? Like they had the best player in the nation, and they still lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think South Carolina, like I've talked about, like I think Dawn Staley. I love Dawn Staley. I think she's a great coach. I think she's very complimentary of other teams and other players. But I think like she's a big draw. I think what's her crazy ass Kim Mulkey's a big draw down at LSU. I mean, she's a good coach. You know, she's not likable, but she's a good coach. So
Yeah,
you know, I think women's sports. I think it's come so far in the last several years. I think it's you know,
and it's not just women watching either. It's men. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some sports like I guess basketball is a good example. Like for the men, it's a different game, right? Most of the women who play cannot dunk, so it's a finesse game. Like it is not.
It's a more strategic game.
The European basketball, which is they're not dunking everywhere. They're making shots. They're making layups, everything like that. So it's different. So the draw's a little different because if you want to go watch a basketball game and you want to see a bunch of dunks, it's not going to happen in the
That's men's basketball.
Yeah, but the argument has
basketball.
always been it's not as exciting because of men's. But I think
it could be more exciting
shooting,
because of that.
I mean, she was shooting from almost half court. So I mean,
yeah, I mean,
oh my God, the first few minutes of that game, she was like half court, just like,
Well,
you know,
even
Yeah.
the NBA game has changed. Like Steph Curry changed that. He's
Right.
been not as
Right.
much now, but like he was making all those weird shots. And Luca, like I don't think you'll ever see Luka Doncic dunk, but he makes
but
phenomenal
he's fun to
shots. It's
watch.
so
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like, if you didn't see it, Lisa Bluter, who was the coach for Iowa, did you see her post game talk with
I
her
didn't.
team? It was really cool. You should look it up. She was really, I mean, obviously afterwards they're very dejected. And she was like, look, it's okay to be sad. Hey, but we did this together. And she called out, like, look how we've changed women. We've helped to change women's sports for young
Exactly.
girls, for
Exactly.
I mean, if you haven't watched it, it's really cool. It's like, even in loss, I mean, they should be proud of what they've accomplished this year
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
for women's sports, which is really amazing. I mean,
Because like when I was in college, nobody went to watch women's basketball games.
Yeah.
Nobody did. And like at Mississippi State now, that they sell out. You know, the women's games sell out. The season ticket holders, those are all done early,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So it's just changed. It's way more exciting though. But I think you have to give those older gals credit for sticking with it and paving the way for sure when nobody
Yeah.
was watching.
Yeah, I mean, like in the WNBA is not even, God, it's probably 20 years old now, and that wouldn't have existed. Like, you know, that's pushing it for honestly that, but I think they can actually make more money with the NIL than they can in the
NIL,
WNBA.
they
But
can, yeah,
well,
I think so too.
the big three, I think it's big three. It's Ice Cube's 3-on-3 basketball league. I think he offered Caitlin Clark a couple
I saw
$1 million.
something about
Maybe
that.
it was
Yeah.
three. Yeah.
Instead of going to the NBA, WNBA.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think the
Wow.
WNBA, like the highest paid player, makes like $200,000.
I was gonna say a couple of $100,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it.
I mean,
crazy.
it's not a lot, but like also like I know there's men's and women's. I guess can we talk about that now? That the women took the female doctor jobs instead of the doctor jobs. Is this a good time to bring that up?
Perfect.
But I mean, like, but this is a good example. Like, these people are making money directly to like ticket sales. Like, the money they get paid is based on how much that money they bring in, right? And there's so much more money to be made in the NBA than there's the WNBA. I mean, so they're never going to have that equal. I mean, honestly, I think the athletes are paid way too, not the women's, but the men's are definitely
Or paid way too much.
paid way too
anyway.
much. Yeah, way too much. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and then on
So
the men's side, which is a sport that Eve actually cares about, is men's basketball. So it doesn't matter. He actually has he was the only one of us that had a team in the final. The final four, let alone in the,
you know what's so funny? When I was doing my bracket, I actually was considered putting Purdue. I was like, what about Purdue? And then I was seeing all these people going, they don't have whatever. And if I had picked Purdue, I would probably win the men's bracket. But there's no sash and crown, right, Eva? It's just for bragging
know,
rights. It's all good.
unfortunately.
Oh no, I'm getting a sash and crown for the women's
No,
side.
it's
Sorry, I'm buying my own.
oh, it's the average. It's the average. So Eva has 0 for the women, so he's not gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
there
wrong.
you go. So
Damn.
I forgot.
even if
I
Eva wins the
forgot.
men, she's okay.
Yeah,
Eva,
and
what
Eva's
does your
already-
t-shirt say, by the way? Okay, go ahead, Shiloh.
Sorry,
I'm
Bob.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're good. I've seen him in that before, so I didn't have to ask what it was. But, so even it doesn't matter. Even if UConn loses, Eva's already won. Won the men's, and Coach Daddy over here, or whatever SAP wants to call me, I am in dead last in the men's. So.
Wait, you're dead last in the men's? Who did you
Yeah,
pick to win? Houston?
I had Houston.
He and I both picked Houston.
We had Houston. Shannon had Tennessee, and
No.
Andy
He had
South-
Angelo State. He had Angelo State.
I did.
Andy's sticking
Andy
with his
moved.
home state for the men and the women. So
I thought
Andy, for whatever
told
reason,
you. I thought it
is
was
gonna finish in second
softball.
place. Yeah, Andy's going to finish second, and he has no idea what sport we're picking for. So
How is that possible?
that's why you
fact
pick
that I
multiple
didn't-
brackets.
the fact that I'm not finishing last in both, I'm pretty proud of myself. So, but actually, I'm not finishing last over. I mean, I've got a bunch of Mo's finishing over me.
You're right.
What is a Mo? Can you tell me what is that?
Wow.
Well, I know who's not invited to Easter next year.
Oh hush! Oh hush!
No, actually, who gets the first invite next year? Sally Ann.
Right? Right?
Oh.
And then
All right.
stick of the sports ball wrap. So yeah, the men's is well, the podcast will already have happened, but the
Who do you
major
think's
will
gonna
already be
win?
there.
Who do you think's gonna win?
UConn.
I think it's going to be UConn.
Purdue.
Over
Is it UConn
Purdue.
and Purdue? I think it's
Yeah.
Purdue. I should have picked Purdue. I think it's Purdue.
Can we say both teams and then Andy can edit it so we get the right one?
That's right.
Is that an
We
option?
dub our lips and say
Right.
Purdue.
Right, right.
I'm thinking it's not going to be Purdue.
Well,
Well,
I've already
yeah.
asked him to edit out my F-bomb, so.
Your
I
F-bomb. I
can't-
know. I loved it. I
Dropped
loved
an
it.
F-bomb.
I don't
But
know
if
if
we're
I can
editing-
do that.
The Mavs are the 5th seed right now, and there's
Woo-hoo.
they have 4 games left rolling into the playoffs. They could move up to 4 potentially, but they're going to be the 5 seed probably. And then
They're on a roll, right?
they're on a roll. They won a phenomenal overtime
Golden
game
State.
yesterday.
Yeah.
No, yesterday
I
was
saw it.
Oh, right. Not
yesterday was Houston. Sorry, yesterday was Houston. And then
Golden State was the other day.
yeah. And then the Stars had an 8-game win streak, and then they lost to a horrible Blackhawks team. Andy
Black
Blackhawks.
Hawks.
Blackhawks.
What?
But then they beat they destroyed the Avs yesterday. So right now the Stars are looking like they're going to be either the number 1 or number 2 seed, and I think they have 4 games
Wow.
left as well. So playoffs
So
are coming.
everybody in
much to talk
Dallas is
about.
better than the Cowboys. Everybody.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yes.
Shocker.
If Jerry Jones would just
Go
walk
away.
away.
Die. Oh wait,
He's not
sorry,
going
that
to.
No, but
He's
even if
going
he
to.
dies, his son's going to take it over. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
never ending.
Yeah.
yeah.
At least we had the 90s.
What happened with that paternity suit?
It's going forward.
It is? So do
Yeah,
we
they kicked it out. They brought it back. Yeah, it's going forward. Yeah.
Who,
It's a paternity
wait,
suit,
wait.
but
Who's paternity suit? What are you
Jerry
talking
Jerry
about?
Jones.
So the woman is in her 20s.
Ew.
She slept with
She
Jerry
slept with
Jones?
Jerry
No,
Jones.
no. The daughter.
Oh,
His daughter. So
Oh.
like,
yeah, maybe she's even close to 30 because this was in the 90s, and it's allegedly a woman who worked for an airline. She was the gate agent.
Ew. Baggage claim.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So she's allegedly, like the rumor is that he got her
Allegedly.
pregnant, and she signed an agreement that he would have nothing to do with her. She couldn't talk about it, and he gave her a crap ton of money. The daughter is still getting money,
But
she-
we can solve this with DNA in 2020.
Right. But she's
So-
not suing for more money. She's suing so she could say, so he'll admit that he's her dad.
So
She don't want. Wait,
the-
she don't want more money. Wait, she doesn't want more money.
She
Why
doesn't
does
have to,
want
like,
more money?
wants
she
more
now has
money.
claim to estate, right? She's not asking for money, like she's not suing for money, but if she
she
becomes
just
an
wants
heir,
to be acknowledged as, yeah.
Whatever. It's about money.
because she's already getting
It's,
paid.
well, it's always about money.
I
yeah.
would do it
So,
if that was
the,
my
the
dad.
mom's been paid. The mom's been paid. The
I
daughter
think the mom
has not.
is no longer with us. Yeah, but the daughter was
But
getting
she
money
was
too. Like,
paid. Yeah.
the daughter was
okay.
getting money too. When she was whatever age, she was getting
Look,
money.
I'm just saying, if I found out Jerry Jones was my daddy, I'd be like, bring it.
Show me the money, Jerry Jones.
Show me the money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All of us would do that. Of course we would.
Yeah. Oh, he's so gross. Ugh.
I'm just glad he didn't sleep with a 20-year-old. That's what I got freaked
Oh.
out.
No,
That's what Shannon and I were like, no.
No, the daughter is in her 20s. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what else, Shiloh?
What happened to the mama? Did they have her killed off? I mean,
Let's start a rumor.
I think she just passed. Like, I don't think I think she just died. Like, it wasn't like the daughter actually
Well,
reached out to the family and just
well,
wanted
of
to meet him and talk.
well,
Yeah.
of like natural causes, because she's probably
No.
like my age.
No.
like-
Yeah.
I think she went on vacation.
I don't think it was suspicious. We don't have to start that rumor. I don't think it was suspicious.
What's her name?
Allegedly.
Miss
Miss Cabbage.
Allegedly.
Miss Cabbage. Shelly, can you hear?
Shelly Miscavige. Shelly, are you there?
That should be a
Call Leah
musical.
Remini. Call Leah Remini, Shelly. She's looking for you.
Shiloh, is this daughter of Jerry Jones dating age for you?
Is she pretty?
I don't
Shiloh
actually
doesn't
know
care.
what she.
That's
No,
never
it
been a
doesn't
really
care.
big.
That
That's
is
never
not-
been a really big.
For dating, yes. For dating, that does matter. For dating,
Whoa.
Shiloh, you could hook us
What?
all up.
Yeah,
I mean,
Shiloh. We need a sponsor.
we need a sponsor. We
Yes.
need to go to New York next year for the Kristen Chenoweth play.
Should
So
I wait until she wins the lawsuit, or should I get in now?
Oh, after the
You should go ahead and get in now. So you're established.
I said what I
Shut up,
said.
Shannon. So you're already established once the lawsuit's won. Otherwise, you're gonna have to sign papers and shit. So
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead and
that's
get in
good.
now.
Does she live
I
in
mean,
Dallas?
I think she's local. Yeah.
I know a good
So-
appellate lawyer
Wow.
if she loses her case. Wait, she doesn't have the money though, so never mind.
She's not paying. Yeah. It's the pro
But if
bono.
she wins, she will. So it's worth
Yes,
that
yeah.
appellate law.
There we go.
lawyer's
There we
time.
go.
Yeah.
I don't need baloney.
Baloney.
Salami, not baloney.
Oh,
Give me
shut
the
up.
other one is called football.
All right, what else, Shiloh? What else are you covering?
else?
Today? Not softball.
Sports
'cause that
Zaddy.
is-
Our
Sports
softball.
Daddy or whatever other dirty
a-
name I'm supposed to call you. I don't know.
I don't think it was dirty. It was probably classy. If I told you to call me that, it was probably really classy.
Sure, it was
With a K.
classy.
With a K.
Yeah.
With a K.
I don't know. I think you said they were calling you something at the softball, and I was like, so we need to call you that now. I don't know. Anyway, there was a lot of
Well,
alcohol that day.
when he was on the diesel.
They called me popular.
Oh, we heard
We
that
know.
song last night.
Popular.
Gonna be popular.
Gonna be popular.
Please keep the Christian Chenoweth stuff at the beginning of the show.
Everybody went crazy when she sang it.
Are you not a fan? Are you not
I
a
am
fan?
not a fan.
So
I'm
Shiloh.
not a fan.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm not.
Do y'all
not.
remember that show she was in? What was it? Something World
Oh,
of Pause or
No, she was in
Pie?
Pushing Daisies. Now she was amazing
Pushing
in that.
Daisies. 'Cause
She
there was
won
the
an Emmy.
pie store.
Yeah, he was the
That
pie
was a
owner,
great
yeah.
show, and that got screwed
Great.
by a writer's strike, right?
Writer's strike, yeah.
Like it was a great show, and then the writers went on strike, and then
Yeah.
Eva,
that was a great
Eva,
show.
you would have loved her hair last night. She had a huge blonde.
It was a big
it was
old
Really?
yes.
Oh yeah, you would have loved it. I was like,
She referred to it as Big Dallas hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a wig on top of a wig on top of a wig.
Oh,
I mean,
It was a
layers.
big piece.
Oh.
It was
I
a
could do a
big
double
piece,
stack.
yeah.
A double stack.
And
triple
she had
stack.
a little short dress, like sequin dress. Oh yeah, you would have.
Oh, okay.
A royal
Well-
blue sequin dress. She looked good. And
I
some
will-
Christian Louboutin shoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they
I
had
will
the
say
red
this.
sole, unless she's
I will say
spray painting
this
them, so.
for the record. It's not that I'm not a fan. I think she's super, super talented, but it's just not for me.
Okay.
So I
Well,
don't want to take away from her talent. Her talent. I mean, she's amazing, but
Okay.
just not something that I would put on the radio or listen
That's
to
okay.
the cast
We all have our
recording
thing.
of Wicked.
We all have our thing.
Oh.
All right. Is it Eva's
Yeah,
turn? Because here's
Yep.
the
Is
it
thing.
my turn?
It's
But who's that
7:57.
who's that singer you like? The terrible one. So we
Lana
know your
Del Rey.
taste. Yeah. So we know your tastes.
Well, she's amazing. She's my queen.
Yeah.
Just remember we've got
Damn.
just remember we've got 15 minutes before the men's national championship game starts.
All right,
Yeah, we
you
gotta
go.
go.
Okay. So not a lot really going on in pop culture right now. But there
So
are
we're
a few
done.
things.
Bye, Eva. We're done.
There are a few
Okay.
things.
Bye.
There are a few things I do want to discuss.
Oh.
Y'all talked about a little bit earlier about the J-Lo stuff because I'm literally like eating popcorn as I'm reading all of this
It's
stuff.
awesome, isn't it?
Because they're finally
Ah.
finding out what I knew back in 1997 when they picked
What a horrible
Puerto-
person she is.
when they picked a Puerto Rican woman to play a Mexican songstress
Ooh,
Selena.
Salinas!
killed in her
Salinas.
prime, whose birthday is next week, by the way.
She would have been
She would-
84. What was she?
She would have been 54.
Oh.
Bitty bitty bum bum. She's like our age, yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Celia?
No, that's Celia Cruz.
Yeah.
Carmen Miranda.
Oh.
Chiquita Banana.
Shut up.
Wait. Let's back up though. On the Oscars though, who did you mistake for Tina Rivera?
Oh, who was that? Oh, Rita Moreno.
So, all right.
Well, you know, when they get past 80, they all start looking alike.
Wow.
Actresses.
Now we're
actresses.
canceled.
But yes, the J-Lo stuff is it's
I
riveting.
love it.
I mean,
Is she?
I mean, I have seen Sammy get slapped by Carrie on Days of Our Lives, but watching all of these queens slap
Okay.
J-Lo.
Well, so first of all, nobody slaps better than Sammy slaps.
Oh my
so,
God.
I
Sammy
mean,
slaps were epic. Epic.
Sammy's the best slapper on daytime TV, no doubt.
And no
So.
one can, just as like no one can levitate like Marlena when she's possessed by the
Oh my
devil.
God, when she's possessed. Because how many times has she been possessed? So.
Well, you know, as many times as Hope has been resurrected from the dead.
Right. Oh my God.
Fancy face.
Let
Fancy
Hope and Bo
face.
die. Let Hope and Bo die.
They did. They're dancing in heaven.
Oh.
But no, the J-Lo stuff, yes, definitely.
Is she responding? Like, is she on social media? Like,
Well, she's responding by canceling everything.
Is she really canceling everything?
Yeah.
And she's literally like she's not really kind of becoming
She's-
reclusive.
She's
Well, I mean, if
canceling and
nobody shows
downsizing.
up, I mean,
Yeah.
she's got to save face, right? If
Well,
nobody's
yeah.
going to show up.
She's canceling larger venues and booking smaller ones so they'll fill up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
To
so
make it
it'll
look
fill up.
like she has fans.
Shiloh, do you think J-Lo's hot? Is that like in your wheelhouse there?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Because she got a badunkadunk. You know,
Now she looks amazing.
Yeah.
She looks amazing.
Oh,
I
she
mean,
looks amazing. She's
whenever she sold her soul to the devil to make herself look like that at a younger age, to look like this
It
now,
worked
I
for her.
mean,
It worked for
and
her,
Rick and I
for sure.
have discussed this many times. So like, I think she's Benjamin Buttoning. I think she's as
Going
she's getting
backwards.
older, she's starting to look younger. I mean, she looks great, but yeah, it's all
She
fun.
just-
But
she
how
just-
do
she
you
just
think
has no
Jennifer
palate.
Garner feels with this whole, all she's doing, like she's doing this thing, the greatest love story never told about her love story with Ben. Jennifer's way too classy to comment on anything. So
Well, she's busy
Yeah.
doing city car commercials or Capital One.
Capital
whatever
One.
she-
Capital
Capital
One.
One, what's in your wallet? Yeah.
She's just cashing
Um,
checks.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I never thought of that aspect because they were married for what,
Oh, no.
15 years?
Well, yeah. So he dated J-Lo and then they broke up and then he
Yeah.
married Jennifer Garner and then they
So they
got
were
divorced.
Bennifer-
Yeah, they had 3 kids.
Mhm.
Not
and,
only did she get screwed over by her the first time, but then she got that horrible tacky name, Bennifer 2.0. Wasn't it
Yes.
Bennifer 2.0?
Yes.
I'm like,
And then they
ugh.
had like 3 kids together, right?
They have 3,
And
right?
now- Yeah.
Violet and
Serafina and Sam.
is
What?
it Serafina Pan?
Are those their names?
Serafina.
How did you know that? Wait,
How did you know that?
On the top of your head.
Because I love Jennifer Garner.
I
Oh,
love
okay.
Jennifer. She's from
I do love
Virginia.
Jennifer.
She's from your neck of the woods. She's from
What
I
Virginia.
thought she was from West Virginia.
Virginia.
Isn't she from
No.
West Virginia?
Virginia.
She has
Oh,
all
I
the
thought it
teeth.
was West Virginia.
No.
She's not from West Virginia. She's all
Violet.
the teeth.
Violet's the oldest, and then Serafina, and then Sam.
Now do Demi Moore's kids. Potato, potato, potato.
But ugly, but ugly, but ugly.
Oh my God.
Tallulah and Rumor and
And Potato
Scout.
Head.
Scout.
Yeah.
Potato.
Andy, what was Jennifer Garner and we used to watch when we lived together? What was
Alias?
that show?
Alias.
Alias, yes. I used to watch
Alias.
that.
I
Didn't
never
we,
watched
Andy?
that, but people that love her from that for sure.
I love her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but while we're talking about
I
that,
love her
because
for 13 going on 30, but you know.
oh, I did too. I love that movie.
Mhm.
But while we're talking about the actors having children, and we're starting to see that, and this is pop culture, as we're starting to see actresses up and coming actresses now coming from parents that were in their prime and still working, but they're now in the spotlight, like the Willis kids, Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, Dakota Johnson, Don Johnson, and Melanie
No,
Griffith.
we do not need
No.
No, but my thing is how can 2 hot parents make
average
children?
Average
Well, I mean, like
Children.
Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, both very good looking people. None of those
Oh my
girls
gosh.
are,
No.
right?
I know,
No.
and it's terrifying, which makes me
I-
like.
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and it
They're
makes
not
me
attractive.
it makes me want to like Reese Witherspoon's kids are now becoming teenagers, or they're
Are they
now
hot?
in their 20s.
Now
Now
her
they're in their
kids are
20s.
good looking. Her
They're
kids are
good
good
looking.
looking.
They're very good looking. So it's like sometimes it happens. I'm waiting to see Sarah Michelle Gellar's kids with Freddie Prinze Jr. Like,
Yeah.
And I think that's why they kind of keep them out of the spotlight while they're young.
Because they're ugly.
They're like they're ugly.
They're like, we don't know how this is going to go, but we're hot. You're ugly, girl.
Do we know what Matthew Broderick and Sarah
Yes.
Jessica Parker's kids look like?
Yes.
A whore.
She just
Would you say a whore?
A horse.
A horse.
Sorry, and I looked up Demi Moore and Bruce Willis's kids, and they look pretty homely.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, like one of them looks like they were in that movie The Mask.
But it's interesting.
So what about
because,
SJP's kids? I mean,
well, she just posted a picture recently of her twin girls because they're twins.
Oh, they got twins. Oh,
are
but that
they-
was
are they
was that a
conjoined?
surrogate?
Surrogacy. She had the surrogacy. Yeah, she had the surrogacy.
Are they
But
connected?
But that
at
was
the
just
head?
the surrogate just carried the babies. Was it her?
Yeah.
Was it hers and Matthew's eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used the stable that was in Kentucky to do that. I actually shouldn't say that. I love Sarah Jessica Parker.
Is she-
up.
Is their newest one running in the Kentucky Derby?
Yes. But yeah, it always fascinates me to see this because Dakota Johnson is, I guess, the most recent one who's kind of been propelled into the spotlight.
I know, right?
And
And
no
she's
talent.
married to Wait, is she married to Chris Martin? Did I read
She's
that?
married to Chris Martin. Yeah, she's married to Chris
I didn't
Martin.
know that until recently, and
Yeah.
they've
Like,
apparently been
like,
married
Gwyneth
for a
Pal-
long time.
Gwyneth
Yes.
Paltrow's ex?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So she's the stepmom to apple, orange, and pecan or something. I don't know. What? Oranges and peaches. I don't know. What apple was it? Apple.
Mango.
Candy, where's
Mango.
that one? Where's that one, Candy?
Wait.
I need the names.
Apple and Moses.
Moses and Apple.
Okay.
Speaking of, Gwyneth Paltrow, Nepo baby, her mother,
Total nepo.
beautiful,
baby. Yeah.
gorgeous, flawless Blythe Danner. I don't know how that was out of her body. Like, I don't know.
Well, she married Bruce Dern. That's why.
No, that's Laura Dern.
Oh, that's Laura Dern. Yeah. My bad.
She married Bruce Paltrow.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. He was a director, but Blythe
Yeah.
Danner, she could do no wrong. I love Blythe Danner.
Blythe Danner.
And she's a Tony winner too, as well.
Oh, she won a Tony.
Yeah. Tony
Andy,
and Emmy.
for
For
what?
what, Andy?
Andy,
For
what'd
what?
she win for?
I don't
What'd
know.
she
She
know?
does plays.
What'd she
I
win
love the
for?
She
plays.
does plays. She does plays. Yeah, she does plays.
Andy doesn't care
not
about
musical.
plays.
Did you see how he turned his nose up? She does plays.
She does plays.
But yes, Gwyneth Paltrow. It's interesting to see what the next crop, which are going to be Jennifer Garner's kids if they want to get into acting, or even the Sarah Michelle Gellar's kids. I'm
Have you
intrigued to
seen-
see.
Have you seen Jennifer Garner and Ben's oldest kid, Violet?
Mm-mm.
She's in a makeup commercial with Jennifer.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It must be pretty then.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, and then you have children like Kaya Gerber, who looks just like her mother, Cindy Crawford.
That's
it's
unbelievable.
terrifying.
She looks just like her mother. It's a
Terrifying.
weird, like-
Yeah. If you're watching the Palm Royale, which is a great.
Can you imagine being Cindy Crawford's child?
Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
unattractive though?
I
Like,
know.
And her dad's very attractive, Randy.
Yeah,
Gerber's
his dad's
attractive
really
too.
cute. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But
Really
she looks like she is a clone, young clone.
Yeah.
of Cindy Crawford.
It's
gorgeous. I mean,
look
you
how
I would love-
Shiloh's so bored.
you have
Look at Shiloh's
kids-
face. He's so
Yeah.
bored.
Charlotte's Googling her right now.
Mhm. Then you have kids like Madonna's oldest kid, Lord, who has one eyebrow.
She
yeah.
does. And hairy armpits.
And armpits.
Oh,
Which
well,
is
that's
fine.
a personal choice.
That's fine.
A
That's
personal
fine. That's
choice,
fine.
And I'm not
But
a
have you
fan of
seen-
it.
Have you seen her son Rocco?
Mm-mm.
Hot.
Yeah,
Hot.
he's hot.
Hot. He looks like his daddy.
Well,
But
my
yeah.
thing is, let's go back to Jennifer.
Yeah.
Lopez, right. So Jennifer, after Ben, dated the hot dancer Chris, and then she
They married,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they got married.
very hot. Then she went back to Ben. I'm like, what's like?
Well, don't forget Mark Anthony. She has kids with
And-
Mark Anthony.
Well,
yeah.
and was it Alex Rodriguez? A-Rod? Didn't she?
Oh,
marry
A-Rod. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Aaron. Until that Southern Charm slut came in and broke him up.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well,
Yes.
she broke
How
up the
big is-
engagement to A-Rod.
Wouldn't you
and,
love
like,
to
the
be the
next
person
day.
that broke up J-Lo and A-Rod?
I would.
I
I would.
I would
I
love
don't-
that. Be like, bitch.
who
Yes.
was it? Who was
What?
it? Who broke the
Southern Charm Madison
Oh, it's
LaCroix.
Madison? Oh, she's
Mhm.
trashy too.
She slid into her
Trashy.
DMs and flew up to New York
Uh-huh.
and slept with him.
Atta
Needless to
girl.
say, she was enthralled for a while.
Enthralled.
Yeah, I mean, it's Alice Rodriguez. I mean, I would do it too. But yeah, so that going back to the Jennifer Lopez, that's been my topic of like what I've been looking at recently.
Oh, it's been awesome. But you
Yeah,
should
you
get
need-
on.
great.
You should get. But you also need to get on Fighter Pilot TikTok. I'm just
Fighter
saying.
Pilot
I'm
TikTok.
in.
Remember
I'm
this
totally
down.
in. I'm totally in.
Remember
Fighter
this down.
pilots.
Okay.
I don't know what
Um,
it's called, but they're all fighter pilots. Like it's every third thing that shows up on my TikTok, and I'm
Now you're in the algorithm. You're totally in the algorithm.
I'm pulling it up now to see if it comes up. So
Oh my God, you're Mimi Rogers. Like,
Oh, children of actors that are coming up now. Annie McDowell's daughter.
do we care? Do we care?
No, what's her name? She's Emmy nominee.
Andy McDowell's daughters?
Yes.
know.
What's her name? She was in that show Made. Oh gosh, I just watched a movie with her. Oh, it escapes me. But she looks just like her mom. I mean, I think Annie McDowell's
Okay.
beautiful.
She have
Yeah,
long
she's
curly hair?
beautiful, but she's a terrible actress. She's
Well, subjective.
She was good in St. Elmo's Fire.
She wasn't in St. Elmo's Fire.
she wasn't.
Wasn't that Andy McDowell?
He was the one that set on fire,
No,
wasn't he?
that was Roddy McDowell, and that was Planet of the Apes.
Ah,
No.
was she?
And
in
it was-
St. Elmo's
No,
Fire?
that was
She
Mayor
was in St.
Whittingham.
Elmo's
No,
Fire.
no, that was Mayor Whittingham.
No,
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 wait, I think
no.
she's right. I think
She
No.
was Emilio Estevez's love interest in St.
Oh,
Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, I
you're
think
He
right,
went up
you're
to
right.
a cabin to see her. She had the long
You're right.
dark
Sally
hair.
Ann's
You're
right.
right.
Sally Ann's right.
You're right.
Come on,
I
I know
apologize.
my
IMDb.
80s movies.
I
Well,
apologize.
Shiloh's
Like, I didn't know.
don't even
Okay,
what
like,
St. Elmo's
I'm
Fire
sorry.
is.
I don't.
Like.
Is that a movie about a volcano? I don't know what this. What
Shut up.
Hey,
Shut up.
Demi Moore's best performance ever when she's going crazy in that room after
Over her
she's
step
addicted.
monster?
When she was a big
addicted to
whore.
coke.
When she was a big whore.
And she was coked out. I mean, like, girl.
But let me tell you something.
Wait.
Rob Lowe sold his soul to the devil because
He looks
looks
amazing.
as beautiful now as he did then.
He does.
Yeah.
We saw him on a commercial the other day, and
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
I don't know what commercials he's talking, but he's like, oh, keep going, keep going.
I saw a picture of him from The Outsiders, y'all. He was like a teenager
Yeah.
in The Outsiders. He
But
looks
you know
so
what?
looks
the
good.
same.
He's sober. I don't like quitters.
But speaking of
But he stuck with it. So I
Yeah.
admire
Yes, he
that.
did. He
So,
did. He did.
yeah.
He did.
Speaking
He
of,
did.
speaking of commercials, though, I have seen Gus's Inspire commercials during the basketball games. Like they're all over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Gus, yes.
Yes.
Like both those commercials, he must be making bank. Andy, you didn't
If
check
it's
it,
during the
'cause they are so-
basketball games, yeah.
they
Let's
are
have him
so
on
all the
again.
time. Like how much bank are you making, guys?
Maybe he can maybe he can buy us all a drink, right?
Yeah, right. And the one last thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to make this announcement on the podcast.
You're a
I
blouse.
don't have.
You're a blouse. You have
You're a
MS. Right, yeah.
Hi, my name is Chris/Eva, and I am a Swiftie.
Ah,
I have started watching the Eras tour on Disney Plus.
she's amazing, right?
It's amazing, but what terrifies me is that I know every word to every song, and I'm singing along.
Gay.
So good.
But it's
gay.
so good. It's so good. I don't know if anybody's watched it. Started watching it today, but it's amazing how it's great. It's kind of like I was telling Shannon earlier about this, that it's kind of like Madonna did her show. Like she did them in little sections of like her career and as it's progressed. But Madonna, of course, had to make everything more convoluted and had mixing songs from different eras and whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
And 2 hours late.
And 2 hours late, yes. But Taylor basically does, okay, this is 1989. This is Speak Now. This is Red. And she does songs from that group from the album. But the way she goes in and the way she doesn't give a crap about her appearance, because her hair when she starts out, her hair's straight, lipstick.
It gets
on
frizzy,
point.
right? It gets frizzy.
Yeah,
She gets
and then
hot,
she
you
starts
set
to
it, it gets
sweat,
frizzy.
and then it starts to kink up. And I saw she had lipstick on her tooth. She had one part of her lip missing, and I'm like, girl. She's like, girl, I don't need to worry about this.
That's even dragging the same number.
Yes.
Her fans adore her.
They
She don't
do.
care.
But I will say, like, I've never experienced this at any concert that I've gone to, and I've seen some of the top people that I've wanted to see and I've never experienced crying when somebody's singing and when somebody comes out, like, and appears, like bawling, sobbing. So I've never experienced that. So, but watching the camera pan over to these like adult
Yeah,
men
they're
and
like
women
losing their
cry,
minds.
just sobbing. It's like, okay, yeah. I don't know what that's like, and I probably won't ever. But I'm usually crying at Lana Del Rey because her songs are so depressing. But yeah, so watch it if you haven't seen it. It's on Disney Plus. It's really good. I'm almost done. It's long though. It's like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah,
So
that's a
it's
commitment.
yeah, it is. It is, and you can watch it in fragments depending on what your mood
True.
is. So
True that.
But as far as the rest of this week, it's just kind of been slow. The Real Housewives have some cast shakeups going on, and so I'll dabble with that next week because I'm waiting for one thing to kind of fizzle out and see the results of. So we'll see how.
Okay.
It's currently in court, and it's the Andy Cohen stuff related to the Ultimate Girls Trip, the little cast mosh pit that they do. But yeah, so that's all I got for you.
All right.
Cool.
Yay. Well, I think we're wrapping up just in time for the basketball game. Well,
Yeah.
Did we have any questions?
Questions?
Well,
oh shit, we've got questions.
we do. We
me.
have questions from our podcast audience,
Oh Lord.
viewers and listeners.
Which it's your mom, and my sister, I think. So isn't that right, Joseph? Isn't that right, Joseph?
All right. This first question is for Shannon.
Oh Lord.
Yep. Can I borrow your boat 1 week in the summer so me and Dan Demas, Gregor Mendel, and I don't know who these other people are.
Wait, they want to borrow my boat?
Yes. Can do some extreme tubing, smoke darts, drink jellyfishes from sunup to sundown on Table Rock. Thank you.
I want to go.
Well, if they're doing all that, then they're not going to take a
With whoever these people are, I want to go.
They
So,
sound really fun, though.
Yeah.
They sound like a fun group.
I don't know who these are. I can't pronounce them.
Well, they can slide into my DMs and we can talk about Table Rock. Do they know where Table Rock is? It's in Missouri, first off.
Well, it's your brother. So I'm sure he knows.
Which brother?
Which brother? Which
Ryan.
brother?
Brian.
Oh, yeah. Right. I got
He's
the
like,
boat.
oh, yeah, he can. Yeah.
I do that. Yeah. But you're paying for gas. I'm not paying for gas. I'm just telling you
Is it
that.
expensive? Is it expensive?
Gas?
On the lake? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Way
terrible.
more than
Way. It's like
three
3 times the cost on the lake.
Really? I never noticed
Yeah,
that.
I think like 20 years ago, it was probably $4 a gallon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's awful. Yeah.
I have a credit card that has my husband's name on it, so I don't know.
Well, bring
Okay.
it when we come to the lake. Wait, but Ryan's got to cut. Wait, he talks a big game. He's got to bring that to the lake without the kids. Cause I don't think the kids would be in for all that. So
Right.
Well, the rest of us says, can you babysit the kids that weekend?
no.
No. I'm
But,
kidding.
no.
It doesn't say that. All right. Next question. Sally Ann. Thank you for trying new things and stepping out of your comfort zone. You look marvelous on camera and have no southern accent at all. To Shannon, you have a great radio voice, which means you have a great face for radio. And I love your laugh.
Wow.
Is that
It's
also
like-
is that also from Christy? Is that also from Christy?
Or
Okay.
my
It's like-
mom. Or my mom.
That's like right up there. Like you're a great hand model, which means we don't need the rest, girl.
Ooh, it's lightning up here. Is it lightning at your house?
Yeah, it's supposed to
Lightning.
storm.
Yeah, it's just lightning here. That's saying you have a pretty face. Yeah.
You have a face for radio.
Great.
Yeah.
What was the
What
question,
else?
Andy? Is there a question?
What else?
Just a statement.
What else
Oh.
does sister have to say?
To me, thank you for spearheading this project. It's such a fun idea and allows thousands of the listeners and viewers to feel like we're a member of your group.
Thousands.
Aw.
Thousands.
Tens, but, you know.
Tens of them.
Who wouldn't want to be afraid of any of you? Also, thank
Well,
you.
that's true.
Also, thank you for sharing your MS story. My coworker has MS, and we see both her struggles and hurdles, and we also cheer her accomplishments. You're a role model for others to see. Well, not really.
Well, he rolls a lot.
I keep you in my prayers, just as I do my
Aw.
coworker. Good luck on your MS while donation goal. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you,
Okay.
Christy. Thank you, Christy.
My
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
sweet
Christy.
sister, yes.
That's lovely.
She's good.
My
Love her.
sister who took vacation time and spent Christmas away from her children 3 years ago to take care of
Mhm.
me after I had breast cancer.
Oh,
That's
Yes.
sweet.
love her.
But-
I love her.
Come on, Christy. Just
She should be a
Southern
guest on
accent.
our show.
And she can't hear the accent.
Yes.
Yeah, Andy's
We have
good, yeah.
a guest on our show.
She has the
Um,
same
Did you-
one.
of
That's
course
why.
you can't hear the accent. Gosh.
She has the same one.
What?
Next question. Uh,
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
who comes up with the topics for the show?
Andy. Andy's our producer.
Andy's the
No,
boss.
I didn't
Andy's
come
the
up with all of
boss.
them. I didn't come up
I
with
have
all
no
of them.
idea.
Is that a
I went-
complaint?
I just show up.
Most
Is
of
that a
them.
is that a
Most-
complaint?
Andy's the boss. I mean, we just it kind of comes organically, I feel like.
I'm
right?
waiting to get
I mean-
paid for it. I don't know what's going on. But
I mean, Andy lines up the guests, but everything else we just talk
Yeah.
about. So
How much scripting and storyboarding happens before recording?
Zero.
None.
I love that they think they're storyboarding. Wait.
Why?
Storyboarding.
Why?
Is that
Why would we?
like tonight when y'all asked me, hey, what are we celebrating today? And I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
I love that you think we prepare for this. That's great.
Why would you script something like this? That's just,
Right?
is storyboarding like when you put like your dreams and your goals and your aspirations down
No,
on like a
that's-
poster board?
No, that's what
Yeah,
is
that's
that
vision board.
Vision
Vision boarding, yes.
Thanks,
That's where you
Oprah.
put your Mercedes and your engagement
Yeah.
ring and your big
Mash.
house and all that.
Are you gonna live in a
Yeah.
mansion?
Yes.
What's that book that Oprah was plugging? The gift?
Yes.
It was a gift.
Oh.
What was it?
Who moved my cheese?
which, by the way, opens the next one's going to get read for
Who,
film.
who moved my cheese?
Do you remember that one?
Yes, yes.
I don't want to know what your cheese is. I don't want to move it.
Keep it going, Candy Bath.
Let's go, Candy.
Who writes Shannon's comedy one-liners?
Oh, Shannon. Somebody thinks you're so funny that you have a writer.
It's not.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
I would say.
It's not a.
Oh, Pam.
It's not a scripted show. Why was Shiloh selected to talk about sports ball? Because he's the only one.
He's a straight guy. He's a straight guy.
What's
He's
the
like,
reason?
I don't know. They just told me to show up.
No idea. Yeah.
What's the
Random
re-
straight guy.
What's the reason that Roger was iced out of the cast?
Oh,
Is that from Roger?
Oh, is that from Roger?
He doesn't listen to it anyways, and why would he be on it?
Right?
Because he's too busy trying to get cards for me on Monopoly.
Who's
Yeah,
Roger?
I'll play that
Who's
tonight,
Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's Roger?
Yeah.
Why do you not take live calls? Well,
Oh.
in the
That's
We're not that
Valdez.
technically advanced, so
That's Valdez.
That's Valdez.
That's
Valdez.
in the fall, we're
Wait,
going to
wait,
the
wait, wait.
studio.
Let's hold on. We can get barely Andy to run the board, like to play music.
can you imagine trying to do
Trying to take
live
local
stuff?
calls?
Oh my
That's-
god.
That's because I do everything else.
Yeah.
Where's your assistants, Carol and what's her name?
Viola.
They're from my
Margaret.
daytime. They're from my daytime job.
He's fired him again, I think.
Voila, voila.
No, this fall we're going to go to a studio and have a live episode.
Oh Lord.
There will be lots of cocktails.
Has to be.
And,
We're gonna have to Uber there.
I don't think we can have cocktails in the studio.
Are we doing it at the Roundup? Is the studio
No.
at the Roundup?
Game room.
No. But we will be able to take live calls there.
Okay.
Let's see. Who's the biggest diva on the podcast, and why is it Eva?
Eva.
Me?
Wow.
I just require a crown,
Oh.
A wig, a sash.
a wig, a
And-
sash. you
And
know.
45 minutes of her own time on the podcast.
I do a peekaboo sometimes. Peekaboo. I'm here.
What happened to the other weekly podcasters? Well,
Wow, who would ask this?
Who's gonna answer this?
the only other one is Adrian, and she's busy with her regular job.
She's given
What about the other
voice
one?
lessons.
What about the other one?
Who?
We can't talk about that too.
For legal reasons, we're not allowed to
Oh.
say anything.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Adrian, this is really her busy time of year with most of her students doing end of season recitals and show choir and that kind of stuff. So and her auditioning, her students who are auditioning for things. So it's she will rejoin us in May.
Hey.
Oh, why is Shiloh your favorite weekly contributor, and when is he getting his own podcast?
Shiloh, did you send that in?
Yeah, these are all mine. These are all my questions.
Wow. The Cougars are on the hunt, Shiloh. They want your own podcast.
Shiloh, you sent that yourself.
Shiloh has a girlfriend.
Is it a girlfriend? Let's go back to that. Are we putting a
Are
pin in
you?
that?
No.
Do you want your own podcast, Shiloh? You don't want to be with us?
I don't even know what I'm doing on this one. Why would I want my own podcast?
You're sitting in an empty stadium and you're wondering.
Right, yeah.
Where am I?
Hey, are we gonna Eva? Are we bring his girlfriend on for a second?
Yes, we should have Jody on as a guest.
I didn't
contributor.
name her. You named her.
Oh,
Oh, what? Oh,
beep.
We
Dub
are
my
dating.
lips.
We are dating. Nothing's official.
Okay. We love her though.
And she listens too. She listens to this.
She's
We
listened to
love
one
you,
podcast.
Jody. Oh, we love you. Whatever your name
This
is.
is the one. She's listened to one podcast.
hey.
Radio
Maybe she'll
radio
listen to
edit.
this one.
Any others, Candy?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Who's most likely to end up in an entanglement with Will Smith?
Oh. What's an entanglement? Like slap face? With...
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
me. I don't know.
I think
Jada-
Sally Ann. I think Sally Ann. I think she would
Yeah,
slap
I think-
somebody.
It's not a slap thing. It's what Jada had, right? It's what his wife had.
Oh, what?
Oh,
What's that?
Alopecia.
Oh,
Having an
that.
affair was the entanglement now.
Alopecia.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
meant like an altercation. You mean like, oh, no,
Yeah.
not me. Yeah. I don't know.
My
I guess
money's on
Eva.
Shannon.
Me? Me?
I don't know. Just one of y'all two. I don't
I
know.
feel very attacked right now, Shannon.
Yeah.
Me
Do
too.
you?
Yes.
Yeah, I
What,
thought
am
it was
I
an
like-
altercation. I
Am
was
I
like,
like
I'll do
Jada
it.
Pinkett Smith? I'm taller than her. I don't know why. People...
No, with Will though.
I'm shorter than her.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Eva, you have the best voice ever. I think of so many uses for it for my HR job.
Thanks,
Can you-
Eva.
Can you record some snips for me saying things like, unfortunately, I can't approve your time off that day. Please read the dress code in the employment manual again.
I
Congratulations.
like
You've
it.
been selected for a random drug test.
I like it.
I could do the last one. I'll commit to the last one.
Was that from Angie?
No.
No.
Shiloh, I should remind you that there are only 2 seasons per year, football season and waiting for football season. If you need a sports ball fill-in or co-host during football season, I'm available.
Who is that from?
My cousin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, let's
You're
get
not
your
wrong. It's
cousin
been hard
on.
to talk about stuff. This
because
season.
Shiloh takes a lot of vacations.
Yeah.
He travels a lot.
Not anymore. I'm not losing my spot on this.
Oh,
Want to
yeah.
get paid one day.
On this money
You're go-
maker? Yeah, why would you do that?
Why would you want to go to Iceland when you could be on the podcast?
We're gonna go to Iceland to see the next eclipse.
20
Right?
years.
Oh, that's in 20 years. Okay. My
Assuming,
bad.
assuming. I might be
Shut
dead.
up.
So
I
might
thought
be
the
dead.
rapture happened today. I don't even know why
I
we're
know.
still here.
So speaking of the eclipse, like I was out watching it with some friends, and I didn't realize that the guys that like to protest, on the corner that were going to hell, that they weren't there today. I was very disappointed because they were at Madonna concert.
You
Are
think
those
they
the
were
were
at the Madonna
Westboro?
concert.
Are those the
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church people?
Yeah.
Which, by
Yeah.
the way, is not anything. They're not affiliated with Baptist Church. I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
They're just like
What's the
just
name of that church again?
radicals.
Podcast people. This question is for Andy. Or not really a question. Andy, please take your top off. I'm not gonna. No.
That was from Sally Ann.
Okay.
And
Um,
andyjones@gmail.com.
right.
Just look for me on the OnlyFans. Should old people stay at home and out of the way of the younger generation? And do you know any other pushy old folks other than Pam and me?
That's your
That would be
mother?
Suzanne.
Mother?
What was the first part? Should old people
Should old
what?
people stay at home and out of the way of the younger generation?
No, not at all.
No,
No.
no,
Wait,
No, they
This
do
is
not
okay.
need to stay at home.
no, absolutely
No.
not.
How should
You're,
old
you're
All right,
All right,
kids.
well, I had
Is
fun
this
with y'all
wait, is
tonight,
this number
so-
10? Is this number 10?
number
Yep.
10? Wow, lucky
Are we
number
back
10.
next week, Andy? Or are we off? I mean, I need to plan my schedule. So
how many more do we have?
17.
He says
I don't know.
enthusiastically.
how much more do I have to take this pain?
I don't know. How long do y'all want to go?
Okay, so we're back next week. Is that right?
If you want to be.
Do we have a special guest next week?
Mhm.
It's just us. Okay.
Mhm.
All
We
right.
should
Well,
do
we'll
some
figure it out.
research.
We'll need to talk about the men's basketball.
Yeah.
And it's tax day next Monday. Maybe I'll get my taxes done before
Oh,
then.
you need to get your taxes done, Sally. Let's do that.
I know.
mean,
And
I'm
it's
not gonna help
Selena. It's Selena weekend, so
Oh, what?
Is it? Oh, Selena.
Selena
Oh, will
weekend.
there be visuals all over Dallas? Wait, I first moved to Dallas right after she got shot, I guess. And I didn't understand all the people that had things on their windows. Like
It's a
I
big
was like,
deal.
I
Yeah.
had no idea who Selena was. So
Yeah.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
I heard she faked her death to get famous. Is that true?
She did.
No. Yeah, she's big. They have a big statue of her in Corpus.
what year is it? Let's see.
95. She died in 95.
Okay.
Oh, that
that's
was right
14.
before I moved
20
here. I think I
29
moved here in
years.
97.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, next year will be the 30th. So expect a grand,
Will you be in
party for
drag?
that.
Will you be in drag?
No. But they're doing the Selena party on Sunday.
Oh, is this Sunday?
Yeah, Greg's big,
Yeah.
at the roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
Um,
Happy 10th.
Okay, y'all go watch the
episode.
basketball game. Enjoyed
Yeah.
They
it.
canceled.
I
I'm
won.
gonna-
I won the women's.
I won the men's.
Ugh. All right.
Yeah, but
Nobody
You were
cares.
president.
you didn't
You're president.
participate in the women's, so you're at the bottom of the
Oh.
list.
My
All right.
algorithm.
Bye, kids.
not
Love
equal-
y'all.
You're not
Yeah.
equal opportunity. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well,